Black Supremacy. This is Palmetto Star, the Ratchet Revolutionary, but you can call me Prophet. Prophet Rovet of Black Supremacy. Salute, salute. And today is Master Meditation with the Master, and we're going to be talking about there is no substitute for water. How Black Supremacy hydrates your soul. Now, when you wake up, before you get a cup of coffee, before you grab some tea, before you eat some food, the best thing to get is some water. Water encompasses 80% of your body. It's 80% of the earth. You know what I'm saying? 80% of the earth is water. In fact, if people came down to earth, they would probably be like, why are you guys calling it that? Why aren't you calling it water? So, our body is composed of mostly dark space, a black space. And so we had to hydrate those as well. Hydrate that as well. Hydrate that black space, that darkness that is inside of us. Because it's not just solid. We're not just a solid mass of anything. Most of what we have is of open space. It's black space. Most of our mind, most of what's in our brain, most of what's in our body is a black space. And to hydrate that, Black Supremacy is the water for the soul, really. Now we had to understand that, we had to. There's no substitute for water. There is absolutely no substitute for water. You could drink sodas, you could drink coffee, you could drink, even the faux water with sugar in it and all of that. But there is no substitute for water. Your body is still going to be dehydrated. In fact, drinking those things are probably going to dehydrate your body more. You know what I'm saying? I remember recently, one of my good people, they are, very much into health and fitness, They, so they do a lot of push-ups. They do a lot of different physical activities all throughout the day. And thought they were hydrated. They kept on drinking an assortment of orange juice and apple juice and different things of that nature. But then they developed a headache. And then they hit me up. So they're like, man, I got this headache or whatever. I'm like, well, how much water did you drink? They had to think about it. And they're like, you know what? I drank a lot of liquids, but I didn't drink that water. And I was like, okay, see, that's the thing. Because most headaches that you have are caused by dehydration, lack of water. You know what I'm saying? So there's no substitute for water. So we take that to our spiritual journey. There's no substitute for Black Supremacy and going on that path of being divine, that divine path of beingness. That path of becoming God. Because you have all of these paths. You have Hinduism, Buddhism, Sikhism, Catholicism. You have all of these paths, and they tell you to seek a God. They tell you to seek what is already inside of you. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing as water. You have this water inside of you, and all you have to do is replenish it. You have to replenish the water. You have to keep that water there, and it's the same exact thing. We are over there searching and seeking for something that is already inside of us. So Black Supremacy hydrates the soul. It is the main thing. They have a lot of temples before the supposed division of the religions. There's a lot of there's a lot of temples that were both Buddhist and Hindu and a lot of things like that in India. And people are wondering why, because at that time, it wasn't that. Black supremacy was the foundation. Black supremacy is the foundation of that. You know, and that's black people becoming God and being on the path towards godhood. You know, is the path, is that path. You know, that's the path, and that is the foundation of these so-called religions. And they broke them all up to confuse you, just like the sugar water. Sugar water is Coca-Cola, lemon, you know, all this fuck shit, for lack of a better term. And you know, that doesn't do anything but quenches your thirst. It quenches your thirst for a minute, but you're still dehydrated. So black supremacy hydrates your soul, you know, knowing that you are on that true path, on that original path, on that individual path to become God. You know, that hydrates your soul, and knowing that it gives you purpose. It gives you purpose daily, you know, more than any of these religions. These religions are just a very bad substitute for you knowing that you are God and you seeking that godhood inside of yourself. So, black supremacy hydrates the soul. There is no substitute for water. I want to give a big shout out to everybody that came to the vaccination emancipation yesterday out in Atlanta. It was great. If you guys on my Instagram, check out the pictures that we did take out there. I'll make a video about it a little bit later. And it was a great thing. It was a great thing. And it was a lot of people learned a lot of different things, and we really set a precedent out here in Atlanta and telling people about the vaccinations and how they are House Bill 1638 and how they are trying to vaccinate children without parental consent. So we were letting people know about that. But, you know, it was an amazing thing. Big time shout out to everybody that came out there. You know, much love. 10 more days. It's January 10th right now, and we have 10 more days until 3 Steps to End Racism right now will be dropping for free to save the world. My first book. And so you guys definitely got to stay in tune. Actually, you can support the writing process on patreon.com. You can call me Prophet. I got it pinned on the, I have it pinned in the comments of this live. But this is going to be an amazing book. At the end of this book, racism will end. And I had a really deep discussion about racism with some people yesterday at the rally. And you know, it is mostly a mental construct, and but it's also very viral. It's a virus that you know, so it's more than a mental thing. You know, it's more than actually something that's taught or mentality or anything like that. It actually infects the fabric of what this is. All around the world, you will find this fake pecking order of light skin versus dark skin. It doesn't matter where you are. You could be in Australia, you could be in India, you could be in Bangladesh, you could be in Iran, Iraq. You know, that's the thing they're not going to talk about. They're not talking about this fake pecking order of light skinned people versus dark skinned people. Whatever you want to call them, black or whatever they're called in that region. And so that's not addressed. This racism and this pink power terrorism is something that affects the whole world. And 3 Steps to End Racism right now will destroy all of that. So we're going to talk about that. So on January 20th, get your calendars out. January 20th. That is when that's going to be dropping for absolutely free. It's 10 more days. I'm very excited about it. It's my first book. I have a lot of published work out there, but this is actually my first book that I'm publishing, and the information was so important that I did not want to sell it. I did not want to sell it. It is absolutely free, and I'm putting it out there for the public for for society, for societal change. So that's going to be dropping on January 20th. And I just want everybody to stay vigilant, be aware. Black supremacy.